Welcome to Running is Bullshit. I'm Amy.
And I'm Stuart. You're listening to the podcast that loves to hate running. This is episode 182. And this week we're talking about piss, organ harvesting, and an exciting financial opportunity. Ooh, indeed. Straight up front, let's just do a beg. Give us a review. That's the thing people do on podcasts, isn't it? Basically, just numbers are slipping a bit. And it's not because we're self-indulgent, don't put the effort in, or are inconsistent. It's actually your fault. Yeah. It's all of your fault that we're failing. I had a look on Facebook. You know, you can give a Facebook page a review. We haven't had a Facebook review in 6 years.
My God.
You goddamn freeloaders. And, you know, there's a reason most podcasts always ask for reviews on iTunes and everywhere else, because they don't actually help. And we don't really do that because it's a bit boring and tedious. So I'm just doing it now once. Hope that's it. We won't have to do it again. Or we'll just stop. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Do we want Facebook reviews? I don't know.
Are they the type of people that we want?
Yeah, sort of people posting on Facebook. So yeah, I don't know.
We should start advertising in like hyper-local groups, because that's where the drama is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a great podcast, but one of the co-hosts runs with her dog in like a 30-degree heat, you know, during a heat wave. So yeah.
Oh, Stuart put his bins out too early again. And did you know? People love that shit. Yeah, we'll get loads. That's the way to get engagement. That's the way we're going to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, if you could do that as well, that'd be great. If you could stir up some fake controversy in your hyper-local groups.
Yeah. And then somebody will comment, like, shared in Wolverhamptons.
Or they'll just write follow on there as well.
Yeah, or just an F.
Yeah, because they don't know how to click turn on notifications for this post.
Yeah.
Anyway, driving this morning, saw a guy running on the left-hand side of the road, so with traffic, when there was a path on the other side. There's a whole proper path on the right-hand side, and he's running with traffic. And like the person ahead of me had to overtake him, I had to overtake him, and he's like giving a thumbs up as we overtake. I'm like, just run the fucking path. We've said this before. There was a weird thing a couple of years ago. It started happening a lot. Maybe 3 years ago or so, where people were just running on the road instead of the path, like next to the path, but just on the road. This guy was just the opposite side, like a fairly small road. There's a whole path on the right, and you're supposed to be on the right. You're not supposed to run with traffic. And of course, he was shirtless. I mean,
of course he was.
If I had said, was this guy, did he have a shirt on or not? Of course, he didn't have a shirt on, because there's a massive correlation.
Did he have an e-bike following alongside him, filming him at the same time while he weaved in and out of traffic?
Might have been catching up to that. But a chest heart rate monitor.
Oh, of course,
no shirt.
Of course. Oh, my goodness.
Running not on the path. And it wasn't easy. I know sometimes people say, like, oh, because like there's drop curbs and it goes up and down sometimes, or it crosses over like driveways and it's a bit of a curb. So it's safer to run on the road because it's flatter. None of that. This was just a path. This is a smooth, solid path.
But even in those situations, how clumsy are you? You know, either get up really early when the roads are going to be really quiet and do it, perhaps, but also if you're that serious and want to bang out like a really hard effort, go to a track. Like, go to a track. I hate people running on the roads like that when there's actually a path there. I just think it's so obnoxious and so, I don't know, there's something about it that winds me up.
But avoiding a dropped curb is not hard.
No, exactly. That's what I mean.
To cross over like a 2-inch gap and then jump up, leap the other side, up another 2 inches. It's not difficult.
No.
And also, tripping is better than being hit by a car.
Yeah. Or, I mean, maybe they can't drive or whatever, but if they can drive, like, drive yourself out to some quiet country lanes and go and run on those. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, it drives me a bit mad. Although I will say, there's a road near me that's a country. It's not really a country lane. It's like a B road, but it's a busy one. It's one of those where there is lines in the middle of the road. You know those roads where you're like, there's lines in the middle of the road. I think it's going to be quite busy. And it's like a main road between like a couple of major villages. So it's busy. People are going fast. People are going like 50, 60 down there. The speed limit. You can do the speed limit down there. It's not too bendy. And there's every now and again there'll be runners on the road there, and I know there's no pavement, so I kind of get it, but at the same time I always think, use your common sense. This is an accident waiting to happen. I sometimes see them in groups on these roads and I'm like, bro, this is absolutely an accident. Unless it's their first time on that road and they've got on there and thought, shit, but I need to go this way now.
Yeah.
But there's
I
a
think
guy.
we've all done that at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I totally get that. Fair enough. But there's a guy, and I only see him in the winter. I haven't seen him in the summer, and I go out for my runs. Like, I drive out for my runs pretty much the same time most mornings, like early. I haven't seen him, but in the winter, about 6, 7 a.m, pitch black, he'd be running in the road. And to be fair, he'd be running towards traffic, and he'd have a light. So thank God, or else he'd be dead. Like, I would have hit him. Like, he would be dead because he was invisible. He'd always have like a handheld torch that was really bright. So fair enough. And like I said, he was running towards traffic. But I thought, bro, you must have a death wish on there. Like, it just on this really busy road in the dark. And I'm just like, mate, even with a light, I wouldn't be risking it down there. You know?
Yeah, I did. It was something I was thinking about the other day when I was driving through like a fairly small village and just thinking, I just saw someone walking their dog on the side of the road. I'm like, well, that's the only place they've got to walk a dog, because quite often, if it's all agricultural, there's no woods, it's all just farmers' fields that you can't go in. The only place you have to walk and run is just the side of these country roads, and it must be really shit.
Yeah. I mean, this road I'm talking about, there are alternatives, but I guess they're a bit more traily. So the Wales Coast Path goes a lot like parallel to this road. You can get to where they're probably coming or going from on trail. So I guess if you're into road running, then maybe that's the way you have to go. I don't know. I'm not in a village that's completely cut off, so I don't know why anyone would plan their route to go along that road regularly. But yeah, I don't know. It always stresses me out.
So what we're saying is, if there's a path, just use the path.
Yeah.
I didn't think that's the thing I needed to say.
Yeah, but then you're going to get runners that are really angry, a bit like, you know, and I don't agree with this, because, you know, you get cyclists that when there's a cycle path and they don't use it, and people in cars like shout at them. And I sort of understand why cyclists don't use cycle paths, because a lot of them aren't very particularly safe, and don't put them in a safe position. But is it going to be a similar thing where runners are like, you can't tell me what to do, the roads are for everyone?
I mean, yeah, they are, but
but also,
if we're looking at this from a risk matrix point of view,
yeah,
you're very unlikely to trip over a curb and you might get cuts and bruises. You're probably slightly less likely to get hit by a car, but you might die.
Yeah.
So let's be sensible.
Yeah, and you're moving at 4 miles an hour, so let's get you out of the road. Let's get you off the road.
Yeah, didn't think that's where we were going entirely this morning, but there we are.
There we go. We padded out some of this episode, so that's the main thing.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. So
worth that review. Yeah. Worth every word of that review now.
Exactly. Right, let's have a catch up on the last episode. So Jay Wyman has been in touch and said, on the point of gardening gloves in fell races, I can stand by their use. A local fail race actually recommends bringing gardening gloves to help with a literal crawl up a brambly hillside. Absolute godsend. Also, it has the added bonus of making all the race photos look particularly interesting.
Yeah, that's a good bonus. If generally, if everyone's wearing gardening gloves, if they're not tucking them back in their vest, that's a fun look.
Yeah.
Vest, backpack, and gloves.
Yeah, just like some wild escaped gardeners that are halfway up a mountain. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, great idea for a fell race. If you've got a particularly steep fell race and you know you're going to be sliding or climbing up and there's brambles this time of year, get the gardening gloves on. It's genius.
I did need it the other day. On my long run yesterday, I was coming down on some quite steep steps / rocks, you know, steps that have been made out of rocks, but they put a handrail in, so I was using the handrail to like steady myself a bit. And when I got to the bottom of the handrail, I had a mysterious substance on my hand, and I'm not really sure what it was. It was weird because it was it must have been a berry or something, because it was purple. It wasn't bird poo. It was purple, and I thought, well, maybe it's like
it could be shit from a bird that's only eaten purple
That's
berries.
what I thought, and I like sniffed it, and it didn't smell of anything. But I couldn't get it off. I couldn't get it off. I was like wiping my hand on my shorts, and it was like stuck on my hand. It was like stained onto my hand. So yeah, I had a mysterious substance all over my hand from a handrail. So I needed the gloves then.
And you said nothing happened to you this week. Wow.
Yeah, well,
a mysterious stain.
Yeah, get in touch if you've ever had a mysterious substance on you after a run.
Yeah, we should say this is during or after a run.
Yeah.
Not just generally in your life. There's probably other podcasts for that.
Yeah.
Or your local GP. Andy Nichols said, loving the piss chat. Reminds me of the Robin Hood half marathon urinal situation at last year's race. There was heavy rain and wind in the morning and in the night, so all the small urinals were laid down on the floor in a fenced-off area. Rather than pick them up to use properly, everyone that went in just decided to piss against the fence instead. It was absolutely disgusting.
Why are people like that?
That's up to the organ. Like, if I'm a runner going into, like, to go into where all the urinals are and they're laying on the floor, it's not my job to pick up that urinal.
No, you don't want to touch it, do you?
And put it back upright. And if it's been fallen over, I probably don't want to go in there, frankly.
No.
But it is the job, clearly, of the company who left them or the organisers to pick up those. I guess if you've got no other choice, you're going to piss against a fence. But I can imagine it gets a bit marshy after a while. Especially the Robin Hood half marathon is reasonably large, I think.
I was going to say, yeah, it's quite
I've heard
a
of
big
it,
deal.
certainly.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Awful.
But that does sound a bit mean. I hope it wasn't like somebody's fence, like a garden fence or something they were like pissing against. I hope it was a fence the people of the race had erected.
I do like some city races you get where they do have signs that are like, no urinating in this area. They do actually make a real point of saying, like, do not piss.
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen people at Cardiff, like, running off down little alleyways and things, and they have to put up signs, and they say, you will be disqualified.
There was, I think, the year that I volunteered for Cardiff Half, there was a job which was to carry around signs saying, do not piss in this area. So I didn't end up as one of those volunteers, thankfully.
Oh,
they were
good.
like bottom of the barrel, those guys. But
Piss marshal.
it was piss marshal because it was around the course as well. It was the World Half Marathons Championship ones.
So
yeah,
they need to look good.
Yeah, it was around the course that people were also holding them. But yeah, not me. I was speed bump marshal, so I was saying, watch out for the speed bump over and over again. So, yeah.
Well, I did the Severn Bridge half. I did the very first one. That was my first half marathon as well. And I seem to remember there was like 2 Portaloos or something for this, like thousands of people. It was not well planned. But as we got across the bridge, it was just like parting of the sea. It was just like all the male runners just like split off to the sides to go and piss in the bushes, and it just like the road suddenly got much clearer as I was running along. It's very weird.
Craig Rex has also messaged and say, is there no concern this Icelandic event is not just a scam to harvest organs? So this is the race that I want to enter for next year in Iceland, and the entry form requires you to put your blood type on there. Not much other information.
Yeah, nothing else.
Mainly your blood type. So yeah, that is a real concern because, like I said, they don't ask for an emergency contact. Forget that. No. They just want to do a blood transfusion.
History of heart disease? Do you smoke and drink?
Yeah. It's funny because, like, I think I mentioned on the last podcast, I haven't been able to get a hold of my blood type. I thought maybe they had a record of your blood type when you had a blood test, but then I found out no, the only way to get your blood type is to go and donate blood. And also, I'm really bad with like needles and blood, and I looked up the donating the blood thing, and apparently it takes 10 minutes, and I feel like I would actually faint if I did that. I think I would have some sort of like psychological reaction, maybe throw up, I'm not sure. But it's funny because my mum's like, because your blood type tends to be genetic, so my mum's like, well, both me and your dad are like an O, so you're probably going to be some sort of O. And I'm like, well, is it positive or negative? She's like, I can't remember, but it's going to be one of them. I'm thinking, Mum, I can't just put any blood type down.
Isn't it supposed to be one of those things that mums know?
Well, yeah, she said, well, but both me and your dad are O. And I'm like, but positive or negative? She's like, I don't know, but I think I can't. One of the O's, I think it's one of them. I can't remember if it's the positive or the negative one. One of them can work with any other of that plus or negative type. So say, for example, say it's O negative. It will work with any other negative type. And the other one is the universal one. Because the thing is, I can't just put any down because sod's law, I will need a transfusion. Something will happen. So I'm just going to put down the universal blood type because I looked up where can I give blood, and there's one happening around the corner from me in a few weeks' time. And I looked into the whole process of it and how long it takes, and I thought I can't. I'm really bad when they just take a blood test, let alone giving blood. Which is even worse if I am a universal blood type because that's really needed, isn't it?
Well, so the big concern now is if you do put the wrong one down, it's then when your organs are inevitably harvested and given to some millionaire, they're going to have a bad reaction to it, and that's
good.
You know,
actually, good. I hope that happens. Good. I hope it's Elon Musk.
You're going to poison yourself.
Yeah. Good. I'm happy to poison millionaires. That's absolutely fine.
You need to start drinking incredibly heavily right now.
I know, yeah.
That'll show them.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the way forward, my My strategy is just going to be to put down the universal blood type, I can't remember whether it's O plus or O negative. It's one of those. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna look it up first, and then I'm just gonna put that down because sod's law. I will need a transfusion for something. God knows. Because I was thinking, like, a transfusion, you would have lost a lot of blood to need a transfusion.
And, like, in the field as well. Like, surely by the time they get you to a hospital, they could probably do a quick test and find out.
I'm assuming that's what happens. Like, if say, like, I was, God forbid, involved in some sort of horrific accident tomorrow, they would have to test my blood. They would have to know what, unless they're just going to give me, unless in those situations where it's urgent, they do just give you the universal one. If you're a trauma doctor, if you work in A&E, let us know what would happen if I needed a blood transfusion.
So no, what will happen?
Because it's incredibly likely. The thing is as well, so the race that I'm going to enter has just happened this past weekend. So I was obviously looking at the pictures and stuff on Instagram. It's not crazy. People aren't scaling mountains like using ropes and stuff. It's
They're not got gardening gloves on or anything.
No, not even gardening gloves. It's just a trail run. Like it's hilly, it's up a mountain, but nothing crazy's happening. Like nothing that might require a transfusion looks like, unless they just don't include those pictures because it might scare people.
They're asking for a reason.
Yeah, the people that are sort of have fallen off the mountain and legs are hanging off and stuff and are getting a transfusion at the side of the road are not included in those pictures. So, yeah, we'll see.
Alec Lodge said, after Seb's run report, you mentioned the Marmite sandwich, but didn't pick up on the I would eat a bag of monkey sick line. Absolutely horrific. Maybe that's why you ignored it. Look, there was a lot in there. There was a lot of good. There was a lot of bad. We didn't have time to go over it all.
No.
But I did want to pick up on peanut butter and Marmite, something I'm very passionate about. Monkey sick less so. Alec also said, also, on the subject of parkrun fancy dress, August will feature an opportunity for Amy to wear her tutu, as the 22nd falls on a Saturday.
Oh,
Amy, do you know what that means?
Well, yeah, it's tutu, 22nd. Yeah. But is that a thing at parkrun? Is that a thing at parkrun?
It's a thing for some people at parkrun, yeah.
Okay. Well, good news. I won't be able to do that because I'll be travelling to Leicester on a train at 11 a.m. So unless I did a very quick park run near a train station, don't say that because there is a park run near a train station near me.
Yeah,
but
there's lots, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'll be going away that morning. So no, I thought, oh, what a shame! What a shame!
You could wear a tutu on the train. Might be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you been up to then?
I haven't been up to. I don't have any stories this week. Nothing apart from the mysterious substance. Nothing's really happened. I even looked through my Instagram, which is the fountain of all my. That's where I hold my memories. It's my external hard drive. I'm thinking, what have I done? And I just had normal runs, just normal things. Nothing's happened.
It's very disappointing.
I know. I haven't had this in a while because I went through a phase where I wasn't running years ago, like around the pandemic, and I'd come on every week and be like, I haven't done anything.
We remember the lean months, yes.
Yeah. But I have actually been running, and still nothing's happened. So I know I need to go further afield and be in more perilous situations. You know,
you need to go running with Jen a bit more.
I went for a run with Jen this morning, but we did 5k, so it was incredibly short.
Oh shit!
So nothing happened.
Fine.
Anyway, what have you been up to?
Well, I didn't run for quite a few days after the fell race I talked about last week. I felt like absolute dog shit. It took me days to recover from that. It was like 4 days later I ran again and just felt like absolutely horrible, disgusting run. But then I ran around on Thursday with some people doing trail run. They all said they felt the same. So I did feel a bit better. You know, some better runners than me also felt shit. So I did feel much better about that. So I thought the sensible thing to do after really feeling like shit would be to give blood. As soon as I felt better. So I've done that and I haven't passed out yet. So I assume that's probably fine. Interesting thing I read on things, and we love talking about iron levels now. Apparently it takes 4 to 5 months to recover your iron levels after giving blood if you just don't have any extra, if you just have normal dietary iron. It can take months to recover. This
is another reason, and people think I'm a bad person for not giving blood, but that's another reason as well. Yeah, I've always struggled with iron. I've always been sort of on the brink of anemia at various points of my life, so that's another reason why I don't.
But you are a bad person, but for other reasons.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just that. Yeah,
sure. also I've been kind of looking at races because all my kind of big races are kind of gone for the year already now. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing now. I had 3 races penciled in this month and they've all sold out, so never mind on those. That was a shame. I did do a speed session the other day. Ooh, I got up early, did myself a speed session. I did 4 reps of 800 meters and I did them at less than half marathon pace. So that can fuck off. That was Is it even worth doing? Can I even call that a speed session? If I'm doing 800 meter reps at less than my half marathon pace, that is not a speed session, is it?
No, it's just a bit of jogging.
That's absolutely shit. That's pathetic. So
Why?
that is the level I am at the moment.
Oh, it's just because of your levels, like fitness levels at the moment.
That's apparently as fast as I could run 800 meters. Like I've previously run 21,000 meters at that pace. I mean, that just sounds wrong, doesn't it? I couldn't maintain an 800 meter pace that I've run for 21,000 meters. Fucking hell, running.
You need to get your iron levels checked out.
I take iron daily, thank you very much. But it's probably
even
fine.
Even so.
Though I had just given blood a few days before, so that's possibly why I probably should stop doing that. Oh well, fine. Anyway. You can support this podcast. You can go to patreon.com/running is bullshit and donate money there every month if you want to. Here's Amy saying the names of everyone that's done that.
Gail Seal, Angela Foster Swales, Drew Edwards, Anthony Howe, Chris Whitmore, Tony Howes, Ian Thompson, Daniel Braun, Mike Gascoigne, Julia Page, Reese, Lima Acoustic Carl, Derry, Nikki Jones, Matt Jones, Gabby Thomas, Naya, Ruth KP, Amanda, Murray Hyde, Ian Hales, Tony Ball, Matt, Catherine, Ken Smith, Erica Varis, Christoph, Minnie Hoffman, Mark Willis, Andy Rodden, Cheryl Curran, Stevie Robson, Claire Dina, Ruth Perkins, Victoria Dick, Steve Keith, Matt Lees, Alice Newstead, Elizabeth Reese, Raymond Quinn, Paul Hibbert, Kat Abigail Hardman, Penny Simpson, Matt Burrows, Fergus H.P. Charlie Newstead, Victoria Bernardi, Brian Simpson, Erin Shaw, Elizabeth Spann, Larry Warren, Spencer Aldrich, Matt Grzowski, Kat Williams, Shambolic, Adult, Martin Kaplan, Charlie Ember, Samantha Loughlin, Bill B, Tom Alcott, JJ Andy, Sherry Grubbs, Taryn Harrigan, Taryn Milligan, Len Martin, Maria Wiggs, Taryn Milligan, Graham McLachlan, Debbie Hurley, Rachel Bullmore, Matt Ace, Tony Bates, Sandra Hines, Francis Howe, Karen Blade, Victoria Magnus, Karen Hamilton, Andy Nichols, Bob, Matty Bree, Lily Wood, Kath Everett, Occupied on Inspired 2020, AP, Matt Garner, Elliot Lyne, David Cecil, Sarah Farnell, Lisa Gibbon. On to your messages. Don't forget to get in touch with your running bullshit on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search Running is BS and let us know why you particularly hate running this week. Okay, I've got one that's actually addressing me personally. Hi, Amy. This is from Ken, and Ken says, as you were so taken aback by the phrase enlarged prostate, I take it you don't want to hear that I couldn't run late last year due to having a catheter. But if you do, I can supply the details. Thank you. Thanking you once more for your empathetic responses. I mean, that makes sense. That you can't run with a catheter
Mm-hmm.
while it's in, I assume.
Oh yeah, it's not just like hanging around. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it meant like afterwards, the trauma. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always nosy, so I always want to hear like how people have got into a certain predicament. But I don't think I want the details.
No.
You know?
No, I have had a lot of catheter chat from my family, WhatsApp and phone calls recently. So I feel like I'm pretty up to date on how that goes and what goes on there. So I did reply to Ken and say thank you very much, but I'm kind of good, thanks. I'm pretty sure Amy won't want to know.
No, I thought you were going to say I have had a lot of catheters. I'm like, why? What? What's
Not
happened?
yet.
Not
That's something to
yet.
look forward to.
Yep.
We also had an email. This is a very exciting email, by the way. I just want to let you guys in on it straight away. It says, greetings. Normal way to start an email. This email comes from Elon Musk. And I say it like that because it's hyphenated. This email comes from Elon Musk, founder and CEO of SpaceX, early stage investor, CEO and product architect of Tesla Inc., founder of the Boring Company and co-founder of Neuralink and OpenAI, who has an estimated net worth of around $800 billion, which I'm pretty sure is actually how he would introduce himself.
Yeah.
And if you are skeptical whether this is him or not, the next sentence says, I am writing to you. So, I mean,
Okay.
that clears up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He says he's writing to it. So
Yeah.
that's who it is.
Yeah.
Your email address was randomly selected from a database of emails in the US, Canada, and Europe. What luck!
I know.
I mean, that's millions of people.
That's a massive pool, and we made
That's
the cut.
incredible. It's incredible they know where email addresses are from as well. I'm pleased to inform you that you currently own 20,087 Tesla shares.
Oh.
I had no idea we did that.
No, I think maybe in the early years of the podcast we thought.
Did we buy 20,087 Tesla
I think
shares?
we did. I think we did. I think the first few patrons that came through, we were like, we need to invest this really.
Yeah, maybe. Well, apparently they're now worth over $9 million.
Oh, that's
Each
good.
share valued at $428.
That's very good.
Which is odd because I did the maths and it doesn't work out. That actually works out about $8.5 million. But still, that's pretty good.
I think Elon Musk is chucking us in a few extra pennies there though for being so loyal for so long.
There might be fees or there might be some extras or bonus. I don't know how all this works. It's been a long time since I bought those Tesla shares. He says this significant portion represents a significant value in your investment portfolio. See, he's doubling down on significant. That's how important this is. He's used it twice intentionally.
Yeah, it's very significant.
Again, I didn't even know we had an investment portfolio, so I'm very excited. He said, I kindly request that you acknowledge the importance of this communication and promptly reply to this email for further instructions. Please take this email seriously and reply to it. Which is a very direct instruction there. And then it gives an email address. It's curious. I thought he would have, an OpenAI or a Tesla email address. And apparently he's got a Zoho Mail email address, which is interesting.
The fuck Soho Mail?
I think Zoho's like a kind of like a Google Drive kind of thing.
Okay.
But I guess he uses that to organise all his documents. I thought he'd have something a little bit different. I wonder what his email address is. Like when he signs up to stuff, does he even sign up to stuff? Does he have like a Tesla.com email address? Is he like an AOL guy or?
We've got it right here. Zoho Mail.
I mean, that's true, yeah. That's true. But you do, I do wonder like what these. It's odd to think of like a celebrity or someone on that kind of level having an email address. It just seems like a. I was going to say Bill Gates, but I guess he's going to have a whatever they call it now, an Outlook or Outlook addresses. But would you have had a Hotmail? Would Bill Gates have had a Hotmail address?
I mean, mate, my Hotmail gets hacked pretty much every week. I'm having to change that password every single week. So I imagine these celebrities must have some sort of super secure email that isn't constantly open to hackers and data breaches and so on. It must be some sort of email we don't know about, email hosting.
What's
we
like
don't know about.
the king's email address?
Do you think the king has an email address?
I mean, he kind of must do.
Yeah, because how's Epstein was supposed to get in contact with him about an email address? I think it was all over emails, wasn't it?
So I guess when those come out, we'll find out.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll be able to see the email address. You'll be able to search for it in the Epstein files. Oh my God, should we maybe get rid of that bit from the podcast? I don't know if that's treason.
This is something that we read. So it's not something that we're saying happened.
No.
It's something that we read and we're just passing that information to you.
Yeah,
Is what that is.
allegedly. Yeah. I mean, this email from Elon Musk, I think it is him because he sounds like a complete fucking beg, doesn't he? Like, oh, please acknowledge the significance of this communication. Please,
And it's like, hi,
promptly.
my name is Elon Musk, the founder and CEO of SpaceX, and I have an estimated net worth of around $800 billion. That is how a robot would talk, and that's how I guess how he does talk. So I'm quite excited about it. I can't believe I forgot we bought 20,087 Tesla shares.
Yeah, I think it was when we've got our first few Patreons, we were like, right,
that makes sense.
Invest. And where should we invest? Tesla.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Oh,
so
I'll be
very
able
excited
to
about
buy
that.
myself some new shoes now. That's quite nice.
Yeah, we will let you know.
Yeah. It's the bullshit running news. So first up, we have this story about a run club in Indonesia, in Bali, that has caused an uproar from discriminating against Indonesians joining the club.
It's in Indonesia.
It's in Indonesia. It's a run club that's not run by Indonesians, of course. It's run by digital nomads from the Netherlands.
I'm sorry, what? You've said that like it's a normal thing to say.
Yeah, digital nomads. That is basically Indonesia's sort of immigrant population is these digital nomads, isn't it? So yeah. This is a run club, and it drew the attention of immigration authorities as well, and sparked a broader debate around the role of foreigners on the island. So apparently there was this big expose for this club called Entourage Bali, which already sounds so wanky, because they were found to be rejecting Indonesian applicants while accepting foreigners. Now, the organisers blamed WhatsApp and said that some, but not all, Indonesian phone numbers had been incorrectly rejected from joining their group, which pisses me off because I'm like, bro, if you're turning up to your run club that you've organised and it's 99% white Europeans, like, think something's not quite right. Do you know what I mean? And investigate why that is. I don't doubt there was Indonesians getting in contact with them somehow and saying like, oh, my phone number's not being accepted, or I don't believe this. I believe that maybe WhatsApp was rejecting stuff by mistake, but I don't believe that they didn't know about it. I just don't believe it.
Is this a run club organised solely by WhatsApp? Because that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing as well.
Is there no form? There's no information?
Well, it's like, I imagine...
Not an Eventbrite or something?
Yeah, I imagine, WhatsApp is used a lot. So, yeah, maybe their events were organised through WhatsApp. I could sort of believe that. And if you're not on the WhatsApp group, you wouldn't find out about the event. But I just don't believe that they didn't know that Indonesian numbers weren't being accepted. They would have been told. Or like I said, when you turn up to that run club, look around you. Who's there? It's like no Indonesians at all. Then maybe have a think about why that might be, Yeah,
it's a worry.
Yeah, it's just I don't buy it. I don't buy it as an excuse. So it was two Dutch men who organised the run club. Of course, it was two European men who organised the run club. And they left Bali for Singapore before it was announced that their run club would be banned. They will not be allowed back into Indonesia, authorities said. Not only because they discriminated against Indonesian people, which I'm sure is against some sort of any form of discrimination. I'm sure is against some sort of law, whatever contravenes their immigration status. But they'd also violated immigration laws by organising running events without obtaining permits. So they were organising these run clubs and they were supposed to have a permit for them and they hadn't obtained the permits. I'm like, how fucking stupid can you be? It's so arrogant, isn't it, to assume you can go and just do what you want and basically run a business there, because it was a business. They're like, oh, we invested all this money into it. So it was a business without checking how you do that legally in a country,
I love the idea of being like banned from an entire country because you set up a run club.
Yeah, good.
And because it just seems like a very extreme. I don't say I disagree with it, but it seems like a very extreme reaction to ban them from the country. But I suppose it's because they were discriminating against people. It's not just doing a run club.
Yeah, I'm glad because I know that like more broadly places like Bali, and I know other places as well that attract these Europeans that go over and sort of are digital nomads or whatever. You know, there's this like, I don't know, there's this almost, it sounds dramatic, there's almost this air of like colonialism, like we're going to come and we're going to like be based here and draw on all your resources or whatever, but we're not going to engage like local communities. We're just going to have this, basically this club that's just for other sort of Europeans or Americans, whatever, but basically not local people. I don't know, there's just something about it. I'm glad they took a stance against it, because I know more broadly that people in Indonesia and places like Bali do have issues with all these people coming over, like tourists, but also people that are staying like longer term as well. So this has had a bit of a domino effect as well, because several other popular running clubs in Bali announced on social media they would be temporarily halting their own events, which makes me think they're doing the same thing. They haven't got the permits, and they're probably attempting to not allow Indonesian people, local people, like, to go to their club in some way.
Hans, you know how we're banning all the brown people? Yeah, apparently we can't do that. Oh shit, really? Oh well, we better shut things down.
Yeah. And the thing
start
is,
deleting some files.
The thing is, like this entourage Bali, I'm not sure like all the details about it, but I do know they were doing silent discos and like running silent discos, which ban them for that. Just ban them for that.
Absolutely,
Get them out.
I was watching the video and I thought it was odd because they all seem to be like running behind a van or something, and they all had headphones on. I thought it was a bit odd, and I thought, oh, it's a silent disco. So of course they're all running like, gurning off to the camera, like giving it all like, woo, just running around, just like being absolute dickheads. Because got headphones on, but they're all probably still singing along and cheering and things, and being fucking noisy and annoying. But so much of them are just up in the camera, like. It's not a run club at this point. It's just some dickheads. It's people wanting attention. Yeah. It's like playing up to the camera. They've all got their phones out. They've all got GoPros out. It's horrible. Yeah, absolutely ban them. Kick them out of the country. Ban them for a silent disco run.
Yeah,
horrible.
Exactly. Oh, I can't imagine anything worse. But yeah, I'm really glad that the immigration authorities have taken a really strong stance on this, because it's just not right. It's especially with things like running, which can be really good ways to engage local communities, and to sort of actively discriminate. Because like I said, I'm not buying the WhatsApp thing at all. I'm not believing that at all. I don't believe it. And like I said, even if they didn't realise WhatsApp was doing that, just open your eyes when you're at those events and realise there's something a bit odd here, that there's no local people here. Like, just have a think.
You see nothing worse than a silent disco run. There are some of these runs that they're not silent discos. It's like someone DJing on the back of a van. I think that's probably worse, because that's just really fucking shit, obnoxious music playing. I can't even. I just. Amy cannot.
I can't. Yeah, it's just all bullshit, isn't it? I think if it would be, that it's just like the cherry on top of a shit cake, isn't it? Like if it was just a regular run club where they were going out doing regular run club activities, that'd be one thing, but it's just all this like bullshittery as well on top of that. It's like, absolutely not. Ban them, hang them in a public square. No, don't delete that bit, but just get them out of the country.
sure, yeah, that's bad. Next up, everyone loved this story. A physicist rigged his pet hamster's wheel to upload to Strava, and it runs surprisingly far every night. Molly, a 10-month-old hamster, ran 6 miles in 4.5 hours in one night. The next night, Molly logged 5.5 miles in 4 hours. It's not bad for a little hamster. Molly's owner, Tice DeBuck, even bought Molly Strava Premium so her runs could be auto-uploaded. The account has picked up thousands of likes, more than 1,200 kudos, and more than 600 followers within a week. He signed up Molly for Strava's August 400-minute challenge, and Molly completed it on day 2. So I think what he's done, he's rigged something up to the wheel to keep a record of every time the wheel does a full rotation. And then at a certain time in the morning, it takes all of that data, translates it into speed and time, into a .fit file, and uploads it to Strava automatically. So he's done some clever computery things. And it basically tracks each of her nightly runs for the whole. I guess it's not each individual run, but it's over the whole period of the night and what she's up to. And so now she's got Strava Premium. Good for her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the runs will have to be, rather than with pet, it will just be pet. Right.
Yes.
Pet.
Yeah. Can you tag wheel?
Wheel. Oh, wheel. Yeah, not treadmill, just wheel. Hamster wheel. I mean, I think she needs to slow down a bit. I think she's going a bit fast.
Yeah, maybe. I've no idea. I don't know if is that good or bad for hamster.
yeah.
Actually, I've just checked. Molly is a boy, so we should have said here.
Oh,
Apologies
sorry.
for misgendering Molly.
I know.
But I don't know. Is that good or bad for a hamster? But I guess 6 miles for something 10 centimeters long, pretty good.
It's a long way, isn't it? I didn't think they'd go that
Lovely
far.
story. People have loved this.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of nonsense that the internet was made for. This is more like it.
Definitely.
It's like playing Pokemon with a fish. This is proper stuff. This is more like it. Molly's going to end up selling vitamin tablets and.
Oh my god! Could you imagine with an underwater e-bike? Underwater? Because you said the fish thing. With a little rat on an e-bike next to him on the wheel. On a stationary bike.
He'll have a podcast and Molly's actually got some very extreme views that we don't support.
Oh yeah. He's friends with people that have done some awful things. So yeah.
We separate the art from the artist.
We do. Finally, so Nike have been roasted over this bizarre Nike Skims launch. So Nike's new collection, Nike Skims, an activewear collaboration with Kim Kardashian's shapewear brand, Skims, of course, has officially dropped, sending the internet into uproar. So the collection embraces a futuristic, fashion-forward aesthetic. So think shiny cycling bib shorts paired with strapless bra, luxury wrestling suit, or simply Borat's famous, or rather infamous, mankini.
Yeah, this is horrendous, and a few people did send this as well. Some of these things are fucking bizarre. Obviously, this is a podcast. We can't really tell you what they are entirely because it doesn't really work. Just look up Nike Skims, and it is hilarious. I found some comments from Instagram which give you a good impression of what these things are like. I think this is actually the top comment on one of Nike's posts, says, "Is there a way to pre-return this? Like a pre-order, but in reverse to keep it off the market? I'll take -3 of these, please." We also had, "This will be perfect for my next Iron Man because a tube top and a deep thong is just what female athletes dream of." Is it practical? No. But does it look good? Also no. And I have my own home gym and I don't even want to be left alone with myself in this. Is that because it's too sexy? No, it's not.
That is absolutely awful, isn't it? It's
so bad.
It's just weird, and the material looks like it feels awful.
Yeah, it looks very shiny.
Yeah.
And I think the only woman involved in the creation of this was Kim Kardashian. And actually, she probably wasn't.
I was going to say, yeah.
I imagine her name was on it and she has nothing to do with it.
No.
She's just kind of sitting there counting the money. I don't think any women were particularly involved in the making of these.
No. It's just I don't imagine a lot of it would be practical for running. Especially, maybe for running then, you're not supposed to wear the strapless bra. But if it is being marketed for that, like a strapless bra for running, it's not really going to work, is it?
No, I think a lot of this is much more for gym, and I think they did segregate the range into like active wear and just like lounge wear, basically. So it's just stuff to just be seen in rather than to actually do anything in. But they are hilariously bad.
Yeah.
I think Nike have even turned off comments on some of the posts because it got so bad, and that's always a good sign.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
That's very funny.
Of course. Yeah. It's horrific.
Look up Nike Skims.
I love how Canadian Running was the one that called it Borat's infamous mankini. I thought you'd called it that in the show.
No, I think a lot of people have been making that comparison.
Yeah.
There's one in particular, they're like cycling bib shorts, just like but at a crotch level and then pulled all the way over the shoulders. I don't know what else you'd call that.
So weird, and the pictures make it look just as weird. Like the way that the models are posing. I guess there's no other way, but like the way the models are posing in it makes it look weird too.
Incredibly skinny models.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
on each of them as well, of course.
Yeah, Jesus. Right.
So all the links to those stories are in the episode description.
Yes. So Stuart, what have you got coming up next? Are you going to be wearing your mankini for your next race?
It's lovely and hot, so I'll do my best to do so. I've got a race coming up called the Monmouth Mine Traverse. It's one that I marshalled last year, and this year it's got a new name and apparently an easier route, so that sounds fun. It's a race that's nice and close to me on some hills I can see from my house. That's always very nice. I'll give that one a go. How about you?
Nice. Not much. I need to do something, don't I? I need to actually do something.
Find out your blood type.
Yes, find out. Oh God,
Yep.
find out my blood type.
Very important.
I don't know whether I might not bother with the with giving blood. I might just get in a horrific accident instead. I think I'd prefer
best.
that. Yeah, I think I'd prefer that. Yeah, but other than that, I need to. Other than getting in a horrific accident, I probably need to sign up for some races and do stuff and actually run interesting things. You know.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Bye.
we all look forward to that. Bye.
Bye. The cherry on top of a shit cake.